Hello and welcome to your reading. This is the Awakened Jen, and this is your daily divine forecast for June 10th, 2025. If you are new to this channel, welcome. If not, welcome back. The Spiritual View is a collective of spiritually gifted women who use a range of modalities to bring messages of guidance for the collective. We have a thriving community that we are growing on this channel, and we invite you to be a part of everything that we have going on. So we offer daily videos where we have a different reader each day of the week, and my days are Tuesdays. We've added in Wildcard Wednesdays, which gives us the opportunity to bring in even more readers. And so we are rotating out readers on Wednesdays. Now we have 4 more readers that we've brought in. And this week we have Denise with Spirit Dragon Tarot, who is joining us again. And we are so excited to have her. So be sure to check her out tomorrow. And then on Thursdays, we have our Thursday Night Live where we bring in the whole group for a collective conversation. And it's usually over the current astrology. And then we pull cards for the viewers towards the end. And it's always so much fun. There's a lot happening in the chat. This is where our tribe is really being formed. And so we invite you to be a part of all of it. And if you like it and it sounds aligned with you, then be sure to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell for notifications, and it will let you know every time a new video goes out. All right. So today we are entering into a powerful energetic gateway this week. Jupiter has just moved into Cancer, which is bringing in expansion to the tender spaces of home, heart, family, and divine nourishment. And we are walking steadily towards the upcoming full moon in Sagittarius, which is already calling us to lift our eyes to the truth and trust in the path that we cannot fully see yet. And so just a reminder, we actually have a full moon release ritual that we will be doing on Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern that you can join us for this full moon in Sagittarius as well. So the angel numbers that are speaking the loudest right now are 1010 and 1122. These codes are anchoring in 2 things. 1010 is a new beginning that is divinely guided, aligned, and protected. And usually when I see 1010, I know that you have completed something, you have just completely leveled up. That's like a graduation energy for me. I mean, it's just like something you've done it so well that now you're moved on to the next level of things. And so with 1122, this is the master initiations. Your soul is saying yes to alignment over approval, mission over mediocrity. And 1122 is your highest timeline is now available. And if you, like everything you need is right here in front of you. All you have to do is step forward, step into it. So all of this points back to the overall energy of this moment, which is centered around our healing. And it's not the old version of healing where we prove that we're strong by just continuing to push through. But it's a deeper kind where we realize that the past is over and we're no longer fighting those same old ghosts. If anything stirs up discomfort right now, it's not a sign that you're regressing. It's a sign that you're standing on the edge of your expansion. This isn't a setback, it's a checkpoint, and you're about to walk through the gate. And so I do feel like that there is going to be a lot of triggering that is going to be coming out. And it's like when this stuff comes out, it's not showing you, look how far you still have to go in this healing journey. It's not. It's showing you literally, look how far you've come. And so I feel like that what you're seeing is like the contrast of your old life and the old survival system that you had to be in, you know, in order to just stay in that space to like, oh, whoa, what alignment really feels like. It's not the same. It's not survival. In fact, it's the opposite of survival. It actually like breathes life back into you. And so it's like right now you're just kind of taking in like the old energy, the new energy. And it's just like the contrast is what you're feeling the most. And it's like that's showing the proof of your healing. That's showing you how far you've come. All right, so before we get too much further into this reading, I do want us to do the invocation call on the spirit team. And I have been guided to share a little bit more about what that spirit team means and how, you know, my messages come through. So I am a multidimensional channeler, and I work with a collective of higher dimensional beings known as the Council of the Awakened Flame. This is a sacred convergence of truth tellers, way showers, and light carriers who walk with those of us who do the deep soul work. You may hear their voices braided throughout this message today as we open this channel together. So I would like you to take 3 deep breaths, and then do the invocation with me. All right, so if you will breathe in, that's 1. Breathe in. That's 2. Breathe in. That's 3. I now call in the Council of the Awakened Flame, a divine collective of angels, archangels, ascended masters, our higher selves, guardian angels, star family, and galactic light beings to please enter this present space and time. I call upon Archangel Michael to place a bubble of protection around us. Only beings of the highest vibration of pure love and light may enter in. I open myself now as a clear, surrendered channel. May the messages that come through serve the highest good of all, activating healing, alignment, and awakening for every soul who chooses to receive them. So be it. All right. So to get us started, I've actually got our cards on the screen. So I used the Shaman's Dream Oracle, the Wild Reflections Tarot, and the Art of Manifestation Oracle cards to do this reading. So we're going to start with this first card is the current situation. And so again, this is with the Shaman's Dream Oracle. This is the further gate, bold step forward. And this is a 55 card, instantly caught my attention, which means big changes are happening. This card shows us standing at the threshold. You've come further than you ever have before, and there is light at the end of the tunnel now. This bold step is different from the others. It's not survival mode hustle. It's sacred. It's reverent. The triggers surfacing now, they're just your soul doing final scans before crossing into your destiny. And so, I mean, this right here shows us, look how far we've come. And so that's kind of going back to what I was just saying. Anything that you are sensing or feeling right now, it is not like that survival mode. It's like you've got your feelers out because you've been in this other space, and you're just like, I've held so much hope that this was coming, and I never saw the light. I couldn't see the light. I just had the faith that it was going to be there. If I just kept going down this path, that I would make it to this place. Well, you've made it to this place. And so now that it's like you're sending all of those same feelers out into this energy, and it's just like, okay, am I safe? Am I safe? Am I safe? Because where you've come from, you know you weren't safe. And so it's like, before you can step in, I've got to send in and like, okay, I'm getting like, okay, this is going back to a biblical reference of when the Israelites got into the promised land. You know, they had to send in like spies, just kind of like, let's see what we're actually dealing with before we go full in, right? So that's what I feel like is like this energy right here that we're in, is we're sending those feelers out. Okay, are we safe? Are we safe? And that's kind of the overall, but the truth is we are. We haven't experienced this yet. And so we haven't gotten enough proof in our nervous system to be able to relax into it. All right, so the next card, let's see. Why is this actually happening? And so with the Wild Reflections Tarot, we have the Empress. So this is your arrival moment. You've stepped into your divine identity, your feminine magnetism, your embodiment of worth. The life that you've been preparing for is no longer theoretical. It's here. And not someday, it's now. And so this is the life that you have been preparing for. You've been nurturing and like gestating this life, and now then it's here. Like, we're at the birth point. And I mean, in this situation, you're the baby, because like we kind of go back to that the other image. It's like you're the baby that's coming out of that space into that whole new life. It's like that light that you're seeing. Just think about like the baby coming through the birth canal. That's you. And so, is it safe? All you've ever known, you were kind of in this place and you were constricted and restrained, but yet it was known. it was known. And so there was a bit of comfort to it because it was known. But now then it's like, am I safe in this new place? And it's just all this new stuff to learn and experience. It's like, you're going to experience that in two different ways. And it's like, going back to anxiety and excitement feel the exact same way in your body. And so it really matters about the story that you're telling yourself. Right now, you've only got the old stories because that's the only experience that you have. So you're still trying to build in your new stories for this new life, but you haven't gotten it yet. So it's like, that's your cognitive dissonance that you're feeling in this moment. It's like, all I know is this old stuff. All I know is survival mode. All I know is the constriction. I don't know what it feels like to be in somewhere where I can just be completely me and, in my fully expanded version. Okay. The next card is the guidance. So our best move forward right now is the Five of Wands. So you're not being asked to avoid all conflict. You're being shown how to discern what's truly disruptive to your peace. From here forward, alignment becomes your map. The way that you feel in your body and spirit guides your yes and your no. And so this card, I mean, I just feel like this internal unrest, in this card. And so that's kind of like how you're going to know where your alignment is, because that's what we're looking at moving forward. It's not, is this good? Is this bad? Just, it is, how does this make me feel inside my body? Am I able to be at peace, or is it just kind of disruptive? And not all things that are disruptive are bad. Sometimes we need to be disruptive. Sometimes we need to be pushed out of our comfort zone, but not always. So like when we were in our old survival mode, we were constantly disruptive inside. We constantly did not get to feel, the peace of those moments. And so that was the cue that we were so dysregulated in our nervous system that this wasn't the space that we were supposed to be in, that this wasn't healthy for for our soul and for our soul's alignment. That wasn't our highest alignment. But now then, like, that's what we're needing to use as our actual, like, that's how we assess things now. It's not so much about like they have to check certain boxes. Anything has to check certain boxes or look certain ways. It's not even about the way it looks anymore. It's literally, how does it make me feel? How do I feel sitting in this energy, sitting in this experience, sitting with these people? How does it feel? Is it aligned with my own soul? Because I mean, that's where your soul is speaking to you, in that where it gets just kind of, disruptive inside. Okay, so the next card is our blocks and opportunities, and we have the Fool. And so this next leap requires a faith that you've already claimed. Now it's time to live it. Even if it seems radical, even if others don't understand, this is your soul's trust. This is your soul's trust fall to your own truth. It's not foolish, it's freedom. And so, like, as we're looking at this thing that's coming to us, as we are looking at that, the light shining, at the end of the tunnel, this is the moment you've prayed for. This is exactly everything that you've prayed for. This is what you've been working towards. This is what you believed was actually possible for yourself. And now it's right here in front of you. Are you going to trust it? Are you going to believe that it was really real the whole time? You're sitting here the whole time. I know that I have, this version of reality, this version of life, this type of partner, this type of friend, this type of job, this type of family, this type of house, this type of car, all of those things. You're like, I know that those exist for me. You're saying it while you're over here in this survival mode, not seeing it. And you're like, I know it's out there. I know it's mine. And then you start doing the work and you start getting there. And then it's like, oh, it's here in your face. Is this real? Can I trust it? It's like, that's the energy. It's like complete disbelief that this worked out the way that you knew that it was going to. Like, you, like, deep down you did know, but like you didn't actually trust it. And now then it's here, and it's just like, oh, now I have to do something with it. It's not just in theory anymore. It's literally right here in front of me. Now I have to actually be the person who maintains this life. So that's a big thing to take in too. That's a big moment that just came out. is when you were in survival mode, you were not the person who could maintain this new life, or else you'd have already been there. That's the healing that you've been doing, is to get, through whatever was keeping you stuck in places that weren't aligned with you. So that's the work you've been doing. You've gotten yourself out of that space. And now then it's like, I have to maintain it. Okay. All you've known was survival mode. So you've got a lot of old patterns, and trauma coping probably, that's still trying to come through. But you know that if you use those same old patterns, it keeps you stuck in those same old cycles. So we're trying to do different. But it's like, okay, this is everything I want, but do I know how to really hold that, and like stay in it? So maybe that's the fear that we're having, is just like, oh, okay, I still thought I had more time to get ready, but we don't have time to get ready because it's right here in front of us. But you are ready, or else it wouldn't be right here. You wouldn't be on the path. The path wouldn't have literally just developed right under your feet if you hadn't have already done the work to get yourself ready for here. All right, so our next card is our final message from Spirit. And so we have take some time out. And just the first thing I notice is that 55 energy showing up again. And so we started the reading out with a 55 card, and we're ending the reading with a 55 card. That's not lost on me. So, I mean, these changes are real and they are significant. And I know the word change feels really bad to a lot of people, including myself. And when I see fives, I'm just like, no. Like a lot of people say 666 is the one that, like, that's actually just about healing and leveling up. I don't mind seeing sixes. The fives are the ones that tell me, get ready, buckle up. Your life is about to take, a drastic change. And this is usually like when tower energy shows up, or things like that, because I mean, it's significant change. And I think we can even go back to we've had it come out twice. So 5 and 5 is 10. 5 and 5 is 10. So we've got the 10-10 energy in there again. So with the art of manifestation, we have the final message from Spirit is take time out. And here it is again, another 55. This sacred number is the master key of quantum change. And it tells us transformation is here. You are ready. And yet you don't need to rush it. Just because it's a line doesn't mean it has to be fast. Let yourself take it in. Feel the texture of the life that you prayed for, and let your nervous system catch up to your spirit. And so I'm going to read this card. It says, give yourself permission to stop. Sometimes we just need to slow down and rest up. And yet so often we keep pushing and pushing, even though there's clear signs that we should stop. Taking time out now will allow you to replenish your energy and return revitalized with an abundance of focused energy. And so I just want to say, like, there's no rush to this. Like, this card asking you to take some time out isn't telling you to completely stop and not move forward at all. It is telling you don't have to rush the process. This isn't going to run from you. You're used to you're used to having to chase the thing that you want. And in this, it's not leaving. It's like you're not going to lose out just if you don't act quick enough. It's here. So you have the time to kind of really take it in. And so, like I said, we are retraining our nervous system right now. If you've been in survival mode for, any time at all, then you've trained your nervous system to be on guard at all times, to look for dangers that may not actually be there, but because you're trying to keep yourself safe. And so now that we're in this new energy, we have to retrain our nervous system again. And so it takes time. You don't rush the process. And if it's real, you don't have to rush the process. So things that aren't real want to move really fast, lock it in, right? And it's like the things that you can trust, they're steady. It's just, they're steady and you can feel it. You don't have to rush it. If you have questions, they're going to take the time to let you work through this. And so, like, you don't have to rush this. You can learn to, see what safety feels like first before you take that next step. And you can baby step your way into this. It's okay. You don't have to rush this, because this is for the long term. This is for the long term. Like I said, you're reshaping the way that you're showing up day by day, minute by minute. You may have to talk yourself out of, like these old trauma responses over and over, for a while until you get used to, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe, and what that actually feels like. And just the reminder. And it's like the more times that you send out that message, your body is sending out these feelers. Am I safe? Am I safe? And it gets the message, yes. Like every time, that just brings more and more relaxation to the energy that was so cramped up before, so contracted before. And so depending on how bad this cycle was for you and how much you really had to pull yourself out from, is going to determine how long it's going to take for you to feel truly comfortable in the space. But like I said, every time you send the feelers out and you get the yes, this is safe, it is helping to relax the whole system. And so don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up over still needing that type of reassurance, especially after really taking in what you've been through. And I think that's why, like, we're getting to see it. It's like I said, the contrast of what we're seeing is just like, okay, this was what unhealthy felt like. This was what, my survival felt like. But this is what it means to be in full alignment. And I need to calibrate myself into that energy. Okay. So let's see. So let's tie all of this back together. The past has no grip on you anymore. You're not reacting anymore. You're responding. You're not hustling. You're aligning. You're not proving. You're embodying. The 255s have bracketed this entire reading, reminding us that we're in the middle of a sacred change and the shift is irreversible. Spirit is reminding you that this isn't a test. You are literally in the transition from your old life into your new one. So I'm going to leave you with this question. What if this time you didn't question the goodness that's trying to come in? What if you just trusted that you've become the version of you who can actually fully receive and sustain this life that's coming to you? So I'm going to leave you with that. If you would like a private session to explore what this bold step looks like in your own life, or you can check out the link down in the description box below to book a reading with me. And if this message has supported you, please like, subscribe, comment, and share, and that helps to keep this channel thriving. Until next time, walk forward like this thing is already yours, because it is. All right. Until next time.